Okay, let's have a look at the answers to these puzzles. First, let's tackle the easy one. White to play and mate in 1. Let's look at the black king. And here are the squares we need to think about. The queen covers most of them, and the pawn covers the last square. The black king is stuck. Can we use the knight to finish the game? This is the only knight check, and it's not checkmate. So we're probably going to need to move the queen to give checkmate. Let's look for a defended square next to the black king. The white knight could defend the queen on e6 or e8. e8 looks like the best choice. Remember, the pawn stops the black king moving to f6. The medium puzzle is white to play and mate in 2, and we should notice that the black king is stuck behind friendly pieces. So we should be thinking about attacks along the 8th rank, except it won't be so easy, because 2 of the black pieces aren't pawns, and they can move backwards. Well, usually they can move backwards, but can you spot the problem in this position? With white's bishop pointing towards the black king, the black bishop is pinned. It can move along the same diagonal as the white bishop, but it can't defend the back rank. So this rook move to attack the back rank would be safe, as well as this queen move, but this queen move isn't safe right now. So now we've done some thinking, can we spot the winning plan? First we play the safe rook check. We know the black bishop can't take the rook, so black has to block with the queen. But now that white's queen and rook both attack e8, after black blocks with the queen, this queen check will be safe. But is it checkmate? Yes, it is. The hard puzzle is another mate in 2 for white, and white seems to have sacrificed the queen to get the black king into this unusual position. The white rook stops the black king charging any further forward, but what about these other 2 squares? Well, with the white rook in the way of the bishop, these 2 squares are safe at the moment, so time to think of a plan. Black's rook is defending the queening square. That's a shame. The black king will try to escape back to safety. But we can stop that happening by moving the rook somewhere. Then, as we've seen, the white bishop covers the escape route. So can we find a good square to move the rook? Here are 2 squares to think about. And here's another possible plan to think about. But can you spot the problem with this plan? Moving the rook to f3 allows the black bishop to take the white pawn on g4. And now the second rook move isn't safe. So let's have a look at these other 2 squares. h5 is check, but it's not safe. g5 is safe, but it's not check. So which is best? Always think about the check first, even if it's not safe. It will be much easier to work out what black's move is going to be, much easier to think ahead. So imagine moving the rook. The black king is stuck, so black would have to take the rook with the knight. And then what? Let's see if you got it right. If you're good at thinking ahead, you will have spotted this pawn move. The dark squared bishop covers 2 squares, and the light squared bishop covers the other 2.